used to be an Oliveira fanboy. And if you've been watching the videos for a while, then you know that I'm not just bringing it up right now so I could try to look objective. Because I know sometimes people like to come at me sideways acting like I'm biased and this and that. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not trying to come at you like the Mexican Ariel Hawani. If I'm biased, I'm just going to be biased. I don't care about that. I don't got anybody in my pocket. I'm just going to say the truth. If I like a certain fighter, if I want to root for a certain fighter, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go full DC. I'm not going to try to hide the bias. I bought the t-shirt. I bought the hoodie. This man was a fanboy. I told you guys way back even before he was a contender. He's going to be the champ. And I'll tell you that, I'm going to be reminding you that time and time again. Every time I talk about Oliveira, I remind you guys about that because I know it looks like I'm a Oliveira hater. I know it looks like that. All right, I'm getting so emotional right now. I'm getting all stuttery. I thought I was past that. I used to have a problem when I was in elementary school. I had to go to speech class. But then I got my confidence up and stuff like that. I haven't done it in a long time. But every time I talk about Oliveira, he broke my heart. Fool did me like Fredo. I made videos about him. And I said that he was going to be the champ. I said that he was coming up. I said as long as Khabib's gone, he's going to be the champ. And I was right. And everyone was like, nah, it's going to be Poirier. It's going to be, have you seen Poirier? It's going to be Gaethje. Have you seen those haymakers? Have you seen the haymakers? I don't care if he's a wrestler, but he doesn't actually wrestle. And he fights like an idiot, like a rock'em sock'em. And he doesn't care about, he heard everything about Chris Benoit. He still doesn't care. He's going to take shots to the dome like Happy Gilmore at the golf course. He doesn't care. He's going to throw haymakers till the wheels fall out. Gaethje's going to, I can't believe anybody thought Gaethje. People love Gaethje. He's a fan favorite. And I can still hear the piano. Hey, you've been following the saga of this whole new thing. I'm back in the dojo and everything with the bricks and all that. And I've been having some shenanigans going on with the microphone. I'm going to address it in a little bit because it's relevant to something that I want to touch on. But I'm hearing the echo and it's bothering me. I want to let you know that I care about these things. Some of you probably think, oh, he doesn't even care. He's lazy. He doesn't even listen to the video. He doesn't know how it sounds. Nah, it's bothering me more than you. Trust me. You're not the one that sits in front of the computer waiting this for 45 minutes to upload. Wanting perfection, but never getting it. Even though you just bought a new Rode microphone and you thought it was going to be the best thing ever and it was going to sound like a Mr. Beast video and everything. Nah, Charlie. Good thing I kept the receipt. Anyway, everyone's like, Poirier's going to be the champion. Gaethje's going to be the champion. Conor McGregor's going to come back after the movie and he's going to be champion. As long as it wasn't as anybody but Oliveira. And I was like, nah, Oliveira. And you know what's funny? Even way back then, I was like, nah, it's going to be Oliveira. There was two things I was saying. As soon as Khabib leaves, and then when he left, I said it's going to be Oliveira after Khabib leaves, and then he actually left, and I was like, now it's going to be Oliveira, and it was Oliveira. And then I was saying, and now it's going to be Oliveira, and look, this one even more so. Back then, me talking about Oliveira being the champ, people were laughing. But then when I said the next thing, fools were trying to cut off my Wi-Fi. They thought I lost my marbles. The next thing I said, Oliveira's gonna be the someone kind of disrupted that even before the fact. But I said it's gonna be Oliveira until Dariush. Fools thought I had my beanie on too tight. I'm telling you, fools thought I washed it in the hot water. I'm telling you. I started talking about Dariush. I was like, get out of here, fool. Stop playing, fool. Nah, you went too far on that one, Grandmaster. Nah, you play. I thought you were coming at us with trying to be an analyst. You're nothing but jokes, fool. You play. You need to be more like the Weasel, fool. You gotta be more a Jake Dariush. Get out. Oh, who's laughing now? It's ironic. I've been talking about Steve Perry a lot of my videos, and I feel like I'm sitting over here. Nah, 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 nah. Na 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 na. If you know, you know. Na 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 na. That's how I'm feeling right now. I was an Oliveira fanboy. I bought the t-shirt. I bought the hoodie. I made the predictions. I went out on a limb and I said things that nobody else wanted to say because they thought it was foolish. But I knew Mexican Nostradamus. It's been established. Now I know a lot of fools been clowning lately because. What was my last? Because Adesanya won, and then who else won recently? Adesanya, and then also that Marilena thinks it's like when a kid. You hear that? You know when the kid goes like that and they think they disappeared, because they cover their eyes and they think that's how, because they're so self-centered, they think I can't see, so you can't see. Just because Marilena has the headphones on, she thinks that everybody can't hear all the noise that she's making on the other side of this wall right now. And I'm gonna hear it in the computer. And she knows everything that I've been dealing with my audio issues, and I finally got it figured out. And she's gonna pull something like this. Just like a woman, yes she does, she pulls up the flooring, just like a woman, but she ruins the audio like a little girl. Okay, look, it's sing a long time with the Grandmaster. Anyway, I want to get to my point. Fools thought I was hilarious. They thought, oh, okay, this is a new thing. You're doing like an Andy Kaufman kind of like, and I was like, nah, he's gonna be the champ. He became champ. He got all Gucci'd out. The Gucci got to his head. It was like a virus. He got infected with the Gucci. And then he lost the title. He lost himself. He lost himself so much so. Look, I was an Oliveira fan. And now I'm on the outside looking in. Look, I'm going to come out with the mixtape soon. But that's not what this is about right now. I don't want you to get distracted. I was an Oliveira fanboy. And now I'm on the outside looking in. And I see the way that he's disrespecting his current fans. And I feel for you. I feel for you. Because he's telling is like patronizing, you know, it's condescending. I saw in one of the little press conferences, pre-pressers or whatever he was doing today, he's like, that's not me. Did you see me? Hey, my fans, did you see me? Did that look like me? He said, did that even look like 10% of me? That's what he said. But he said it in Brazilian, so I don't know. You know how sometimes they don't transfer it verbally. How do you say it? They don't translate it. They don't translate it correctly. Have you ever seen in the comment sections a bunch of Brazilian dudes that, like when they speak Brazilian, they're like, that's not what he said. He actually said this. It's like, who can I listen to? They're saying something. They get paid for that. And this fool saying that that's incorrect. Anyway, he said that even looked like 10% of me. And then on top of that, he's saying, first of all, he's saying, did that look like me? That didn't look like me. Did that look like me? Do you think that even looked like 10% of me? And then right after that, he says, I didn't watch the fight. You didn't watch the fight. But you're saying that it didn't look like you. How do you know it didn't look like you if you don't watch the fight? See, look, here's the thing. I know he was there, but look, I'm here right now, right? And the reason I turned this way is because I got the viewfinder right here, and I want to be authentic with you. I don't want to lie to you. When I look right here, I can see myself, so I'm going to go like this so I can be honest. I'm here right now in the moment, right now in the dojo. But can I see myself? No, I can't see myself. I know that I'm here. I'm going through the moment. I'm doing everything. I know what's happening right now, but I can't see myself. Just because he was in the fight, it's not like he could. It's disrespectful. He's basically saying I was there, so I don't need to watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. But hey, it didn't look like me. It didn't even look like 10% of me, even though I didn't know what it looked like. He can't even do his fans the favor of taking the time to watch the tape, study tape, get better. He's not willing to do what the Grandmaster's willing to do for you. I've been watching tape. I've been studying tape. I watched my last 2 videos and I couldn't sleep at night. And I know that's not saying a lot because you're like, Grandmaster, I've been watching videos for a while. I know you got insomnia. You don't sleep anyway, but it's different. Usually when I got insomnia and I can't sleep, I'm just watching Family Matters. I'm watching Seinfeld. I'm reading or I'm doing whatever. But lately, I've been thinking about my audio. I don't want to do them dirty like that. They've been watching the videos. I'm just sitting here. I'm not even doing edits. I'm not doing a bunch of Photoshop and stuff like that. I'm just sitting here and they're still coming through and they're still showing up. The least I could do is give them some audio bouncing all over the place. It's echoing. I went out and I bought a Rode microphone. I thought it was going to be the best thing ever. I put it on the camera. I felt all special. It looked like one of the UFC dudes with the Canon setup with the camera on top. I thought I made it. I finally made it. And it sounded like garbage. And I found out that's not the way to go anyway. You don't want to plug audio straight into a camera. Even if you got the best mic, it's never going to sound right. You got to go external. So I went back. I went to the place. I took my receipt. I gave the mic back. I said, hey, fool. He said, what's wrong with that? I said, look at the comment section. The people have spoken. I watched the tape. I studied the tape. I see what they said, and I wanted to do right by them. So take this piece of junk right here. I'm going to come back with the thing that we've been rocking with since day one, which actually isn't true. When I was recording with the Voto Boys, ironically, they also used the Rode microphone, but it was an external plug-in into a Zoom. I got one of the camera ones, but this is what I've been using since like 2018. So I'm watching the tape. I'm trying to make improvements for you. Oliveira's he's not willing to watch the fight. He refuses to watch the fight. How's he going to know what adjustments to make? He doesn't even think he was there. On top of that, I'm over here saying maybe he doesn't think he needs to watch it because he was like, I was there, I don't remember. But you know what he's saying? He's saying I wasn't there. Somehow this fool had an out-of-body experience and someone fought the fight for him. I don't understand. He's saying he wasn't there. And then the dude in the audience was like, have you ever experienced this before? And I thought he was going to say, yeah, every time I've ever lost a fight, I felt that way. That would have been hilarious, but he didn't. He was like, no. He's saying he wasn't there. He literally, his body was a shell. He literally didn't show up. He's saying as far as he's confirmed, he wasn't there that night. I don't know who fought. I don't know who that was then. I don't know who inhabited his body. I don't know what it was. Apparently he didn't attend the fight. He didn't get his passport in order. I don't know what happened. He wasn't there. He's not willing to, let's say he wasn't there. He's not even willing to watch whoever fought with his skin, like, you know, like a gamer. I don't mean like literally his skin, but it's like the Oliveira skin. Like, who showed up with the Oliveira skin that night? Because it wasn't Oliveira. It's like a Fortnite skin or something. I don't know. I don't know how he's trying to justify it. It's hard. Again, the language barrier is hard. When he comes in speaking this nonsense, he's like speaking two different languages. He's speaking Brazilian and nonsense at the same time. And Dariush is coming in there. Like, we know his track record. This fool's level. He's articulate. He's telling us where he's coming from. He's being like all understanding and everything. Like, they've been passing him up title shot after title shot. You think they did Bilal Muhammad dirty? You think they were doing Aljamain Sterling dirty for the longest? This dude has been done dirty for the longest as far as title shots. And then he's like, it's all right. Volkanovski's pound for pound. He deserves. This dude's a gentleman. And we already saw what he did to Tony Ferguson. And Oliveira's like Tony Ferguson, like 2.0. But you got to think of the discrepancy. If Dariush did what he did to Ferguson and Oliveira is simply a Tony Ferguson 2.0, you consider the discrepancy. It's still going to be a disaster. He's going to maul him. He's going to humiliate him. If you want to even be on the level, if you want to even compete, you got to be Tony Ferguson like 6.5. 2.0 ain't going to cut it. And it's ridiculous. Oliveira saying that wasn't. Did that even look like 10% of me? That didn't look like me. I've seen your fights. You get hit all the time. That looked exactly like you. The way he got you down, took you on the ground. You're always too willing to go down because you think, well, I'm the BJJ dude. I could do whatever you want. It looked exactly like you. Everything to the T. You're doing all the same stuff. Getting hit over and over. Getting socked in the head. Getting socked in the head. Getting taken down. Being put on your back. Oh, it's okay because I could do a triangle choke. It didn't work this time. You look like you did in every single other fight, but this time you were fighting the Dagestanian. I don't think it's going to be any different this time around. I think he's in denial. I think he's being disrespectful. I don't think he's coachable. He's not learning to grow. He's not willing to look at the tape and see how he could do better like the Grandmaster is willing to do for you. It's going to be a disaster. My prediction, it's going to be Dariush, just like I've been telling you for like 4 years already. Even when Khabib was reigning, defend, all that stuff, I was like, he's my guy. This is the best. He's a legend. He's the GOAT. But when it's his time, it's going to be Oliveira. And then it's going to be Dariush. Sometimes it's tiring being so right. It's tiring. Because I don't want to come off as like I'm talking down or anything. Like, it's hard. Like, I'm trying to stay humble, you know? I'm trying to stay humble. My prediction, it's going to be Dariush. Probably round 2. I'll be generous and I'll give Oliveira a second round. But it's not going to be pretty. I'm very frustrated right now because I forgot to say something that I wanted to say. And I'll have to edit this little part. And this is about as fancy as I get now. This is a real fancy editing moment for me right now. He gave him the Shaggy defense. He's literally telling fools, it wasn't me. The fool kept socking me in the face. It wasn't me. I didn't know how to keep my hands up. It wasn't me. He put me on the cage and got me in the clinch and hit me to the body. It wasn't me. He even tripped me into the ground and pound. It wasn't me. How could I forget that I was fighting in the UFC all the time? We were laying there, he never took the choke off me. I probably wasn't worth adding this part, but it was gonna bother me.